So during my practice journey last year, I got lost on a hike. You know, it's fairly common, happens all the time. On this hike, I was tired, I was caked in mud, my pants were soaked, the sun was about to go down. You get the picture. The sole consolation I had was that I wasn't alone. With me was my dad, a friend, and a couple other hapless hikers who had taken the same route through the marsh that we had. Fortunately, we had some advanced pathfinding techniques and instruments we could use, such as pointing at the sun and declaring that's probably east, and glancing at the part of Google Maps that had actually loaded. Using them, we were able to plot our way back to the approximate location of the real path. Unfortunately, this meant we had to once again plod knee-deep through marsh water. We at least made it back, but of course, this made me think, why did I do this award? Was it to round out my resume, to give it a little more flair? Is it to add a little personality, something to speak about during parties or interviews? Was it just a way to get a shiny medal? All of these are definite benefits to participating in the program, but were they really the reason I had fought through and wasted a whole day wading through a marsh? I mean, personally, it wasn't. I've always been interested in outdoor activities as a kid. I lived on an acreage when I was younger, so I was always acquainted with the outdoors. I loved to go camping and hiking and sleep under the stars. I was also a kid who was already volunteering, and I already had an activity. I played badminton. It so happened to be that the Duke of Edinburgh program wanted people who did the same things I was doing. At first I thought to myself, what's the harm? It would be nice to be recognized for the things I did. My view shifted once I started the program, though. I began to really enjoy participating in my activities, and the Duke of Ed program gave me an excuse to go camping more often. But I saw in my peers something different. Lots of them were only focused on academics. And as you might have already heard, I come from Old Scona Academic. So anyone familiar with the high school should realize that people there are very, very focused on their marks. I noticed that they seemed to go to school, then go home, and that was it. Some, of course, participated in the school clubs, some were on school teams, but no one had all three of the areas together, and very few had any experience with the outdoors. I felt the Duke of Edinburgh program would be extremely helpful to Old Scona, and introducing them to the extracurricular activities and the wilderness could only be positive. But one great thing about the program is that it isn't competitive. Old Scona Academic is a very intensely competitive school, as I've come to know going to school there. The point of the Duke of Edinburgh program is to have people challenge themselves instead of challenging others. It's great that through this program, you don't need to have someone lose in order for yourself to win. As well, it fits nicely into the CAS section of IB, the International Baccalaureate program, which is very big at Old Scona. The CAS section covers creativity, action, and service, which correlates very nicely with the skill, the activity, and the volunteering for Duke of Ed. Now, this program has taught me a great many things. One of the most important, especially from that one hike in the marsh, is perseverance. Often I wanted to give up, but I pushed through. Everyone has those days where nothing seems fun. All there is a to-do list of activities to get through. But seeing all of you here, every single one of you has made it. And that's something to be proud of. It isn't hard to volunteer for a couple hours, nor is it significant to play piano for a day. What is impressive is doing each of these activities consistently once a week for half a year or for a full year. That takes dedication. In the end, what I think we need to remember is that the Duke of Edinburgh is not just an award. There is an award, yes, and we all received it today. But the important thing is the personal growth. The completion of the program and the receiving of the award is the recognition of your well-rounded personal growth. It is a recognition of your hard work and dedication, and as well, your determination to get through the program. So congratulations, each and every one of you. You've all done it. I think that each and every one of us should give ourselves a round of applause, and not just me as I finish. Because each and every one of you has gotten out and conquered that cursed, stupid marsh.
Thank you for sharing your story, Matthew. In conclusion, I would like to thank all the volunteers, leaders, and community partners here tonight, and all those who aren't able to be here. Our work would not be possible without the tireless support and enthusiasm they have for empowering young people. This concludes our Silver Award ceremony. Please rise and join in the singing of God Save the Queen, and remain standing for the departure of the Vice